So he starts trying to find a successor.
Oh, you was in here.
Because whenever you're getting ready to move to another place, you have to find somebody to fill the place you left.
Come on.
And I need y'all to understand this prophetically. That doesn't mean you're going to die.
I know, that's right.
It just means you're going to die from a place to live in another place. And the worst thing you can do is go back and revisit the graveyard that God has resurrected you from to pacify people that you've outgrown. I just want to talk and say some stuff for just a moment. And the woman of God clean it up when I get done. It don't mean people are evil. It just means there's grace on certain timing. And so Elijah recognizes it's time, so he tries to find a successor. He tries to find a successor. Now, I'm going to say this, and I don't know nothing because me and Apostle, we don't talk. She just inboxed me words from the Lord. I fall out, I cry, and then, I try to respond.
I was just telling you.
Your successor is not supposed to be anointed like you. No, because the successor in the choosing has nothing to do with spirit. It has everything to do with discipline.
Wow.
So the person that you raise up, catch this for two praisers that can receive it. The person you raise up may not be as anointed or as charismatic, but they'll be trusted. And the issue is, I cannot release anybody that can't be trusted because this will still not be their vision. And the successor has to understand that I am here as a steward, but I'm not here as an owner, and I got to be comfortable with that. I got to be comfortable because Elijah, he's trying to find somebody, and he's walking. He finds Elisha. Elisha is not speaking in tongues. He don't have no Bible study. Elijah don't have no little church. Elisha rather, is plowing 12 yoke of oxen, which means, for two praisers that can catch it, if the number 12 is the number of governmental order, then you got to understand he's an apostle with no ministry. And so for all of you that think you got to have churches and you got to plant churches, God said, no, you got to work the oxen while you're on your way. That produces the apostolic. Because oxen are very stubborn beasts. Stubborn beasts, very difficult beasts, but Elisha is plowing. He's on the 12th. And he got all of them in rhythm. And he got all of them in order. And what if I told you right before your promotion, you got to get those stubborn things in your life under subjection? And what if I told you it wasn't warfare, it was training? And what if I told you it wasn't an attack, it was an advantage? That God said, I need to figure out, can you handle what others can't handle before it's your moment? Not when you get your moment, but before. He's plowing 12 yoke of oxen. He's plowing 12 yoke of oxen. And Elijah said, that's the one I want. And he takes his mantle and he throws it upon him. Throws it on him. And Elisha says, watch it. He throws the mantle on him, man of God. And then while Elisha's plowing, Elijah leaves and walks away. And so he follows him and he said, hey, where are you going? Because when we select you, the first thing we do is leave the place of selection to see if you'll move, because you know something is different with what just happened to you. You can't explain it, but you know You gotta know, am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to stay? Am I supposed to do it? Am I not? You gotta know. Pastor, tell me what I should do. No, because if it don't work, because of your disobedience, or because you're not disciplined, you're gonna blame me. So I need you to hear from God on your own. He says, can I go back home? Kiss my mother, my father goodbye. And he said, if you knew what happened to you, you wouldn't even be having this conversation. So he went home to destroy the family business.
Wow. Yes, he did.
He went home, watch this, and this is going to sound crazy, but it's the way the Lord gave it to me. He went home to disappoint his father and his mother for his new father.
Yes, yes.
Because in this season, hear this, the Lord says, with your exiting, the people, places, and things you have to exit will not be excited about your release. And some of you are saying, God, let them feel okay, let them agree, let them prophesy and say you release. And God said, no, if I did that, then their release would release you. But if you obey me, even though they're mad, it's my release that will get you where you need to be. So he has to go home. I said, God, why he goes home? That seems so insensitive because he destroys the family business. And God said this, he said, he had to go destroy plan B so he wouldn't be tempted to go back. And you cannot be committed to plan A as long as plan B is alive. There's somebody in here, you can't be faithful to your woman when you still got your boo just in case. There are some things the Lord said, you got to get rid of plan B to make sure you can stay focused on plan A. God doesn't kill it. The devil doesn't destroy it. Elisha kills it himself. I think it's the third time. Tap somebody and tell them, some things you gotta kill. He says you see the paradigm, you just don't like it. Sometimes we see something and we're so close to it and we try to be the total opposite of it, but then we end up running right into what we need to be. And so the Lord says he'll give you about 3 more weeks of running, but he's going to start downloading some stuff to you. And in November, that's when things really have to take off. Now, that October time is just going to be time for you to feel it and embrace it. And then November, God's going to do some things because the Lord says some things have to be final before January 1st gets here. As far as your footing and your function, it's got to be final before January. If you cross over into January 1st with those things unfinished, the Lord says you will repeat the same year you've already had. But God said if you can't bring finality to it, God said this year coming will be the best year of your life. And he said, watch this, it will be, all right. The Lord said the year is going to be so great, you're going to experience a 12-year of fulfillment, 12-month of fulfillment within the 4th month. So he said, I'm telling you, he said you'll already have it if you just finish those things. I don't know what your seed is to God today, but whatever it is, I need you to sow a seed in this line. I don't know, whatever it is, I don't care whatever it is. Address. Because the Lord said there's some things in the wall that look too familiar. Yeah, there's been some stuff that went on that looks too familiar. And the Lord says for where you get ready to go, there has to be an address change. You're not going to be able to afford it, but you'll be able to get it. And this is not the moment to get enough money to figure out can you do it. This is the moment to get it, and then I'll give you enough money to make sure you do it. You hear me? Okay. So the Lord says go for it because there's a peace that you haven't had in a long time. You're able to function because you can just keep it pushing or whatever. But the Lord is trying to soften your heart to get you ready for something else. And as God is doing that, you have to make sure that you make some foundational adjustments because things are going to pick up speed. And as they pick up speed, it's going to shock you. I promise. It's going to shock you because it's literally going to be Gilgal. Stuff he told you years ago. And I hear the Lord saying, and I just have to say what he said. He said, you're on the right track. Then you had visitation and got off track. Then you had exit and you got on the right track. Then you had visitation and got off the right track. I don't know what these contaminated people are, but there's at least 3 of them. The Lord says, once you remove and detox, because you got to have detox before deliverance.
Yes.
Once you detox, you'll be able to finally see right. You'll
everybody else, and when it comes for you, you get tired. And the Lord wants to release that to you. As you detox, deliverance will come. And God will release it today. I promise you.